Hey guys, I want to talk to y'all for a minute about high temperatures, vegetable plants, greenhouse plastic, how all that stuff comes together, and why these plants aren't dead yet. This is my transmitter that I used all through the winter, keeping up with the temperature inside the greenhouse. The bottom number is the temperature of the transmitter itself. I've got it sitting here in the shade up under a pepper plant, making sure it's out of the sun. It's got 103 right now. The top number, 109, goes to that transmitter right up there inside that big tomato plant. This is not unusual. It's hot just about every day in here. The only thing unusual right now is the fact that it's also about 102, 103 outside. So surprisingly, there's not that big a difference between the inside and outside temperatures. It's almost like there's a max temperature that this greenhouse can get up to, which I think is kind of interesting. But considering this, you would think that everything in here would be dead, dried up, burnt up, and that's just not the case. As you can see, looking at the pepper plant that it was up under, that's a good looking plant. Backing away, there's another one full of peppers. Nothing wrong with that plant whatsoever. Nothing. Where the transmitter's hanging in, that's the big old Carol Chico's Big Taste. Still got tomatoes on it. I picked all the red ones off a couple of days ago because I was going to go ahead and pull it out. And just been so busy watering outside, I haven't gotten in here to take it down yet. Kind of glad I didn't, just to show that it's still going. That's a good looking plant, all things considered. Another pepper plant, nowhere near giving up. Over here is a red rocket. It's supposed to be an early determinate tomato. Should have been 60 days, planted back in March. We're at way over 120 days now, and this thing is still going. Foliage looks real good. Still got white flies on it. That's why I'm going to take it out here shortly. But as you can see, it's nowhere near dying. They get watered once in the morning, once in the evening, and lately I'll come back and give them a little drink in the afternoon. Back on this side again, the pepper plants, full of peppers up under there. This one right here, 6 foot tall, looks like a Christmas tree with all that red and green in it. Same thing with all of these 5 plants. Y'all have seen these before. They have put out a ton of peppers and still going. Loaded down. We just keep on picking. Keep on. Look at all them peppers on there. Down in here. Loaded down on the side right here. Another one, that was approaching 7 foot tall. These things just aren't giving up. The old girl right here, been growing since November. Still got tomatoes. Even setting fruit way up there. Another pepper plant, loaded down. And the only thing I can think of is this plastic. If you're looking through right here, it looks foggy. And best I can figure, it's acting almost as maybe a 10% shade cloth, just enough to cut down the sun and the UV rays a little bit to keep it from sucking the life out of these plants. Although I do have some things outside in the garden that I have been watering regularly, and they look pretty good too. I got a beautiful row of squash that is standing up just as pretty straight, but it's getting water. Same thing with tomatoes, peas, anything that I keep watered can handle the heat. So I'll keep this in mind when I start getting the greenhouse back going again, especially going through next spring and going back into the summer, assuming the world stays together that long. I won't be so anxious to get everything out of here. I'll keep in mind that I can actually keep stuff going through the hotter months, and maybe if I just put a little bit of shade cloth on here, everything will keep on growing and never miss a beat, and I could actually grow more things in here in the summertime, especially things like squash, that you have so much trouble with squash bugs, things like that. that I could put inside here and screen up both ends and not have to worry about dealing with insects in here. That would be pretty nice, to have all those squash and never have to worry about a squash bug. But it's something to think about for the folks down in Texas, down there where it's been so hot, well, across the country right now. But from best I can tell, as long as you keep your plants watered and maybe give them just a little bit of shade if possible, they'll keep on going. I haven't seen anything drop dead yet that I have watered. The only ones that have died have been plants that I just gave up on and never watered. They finally kicked the bucket. But this beautiful Christmas tree right here, she's looking good. Y'all take care.